it's week 2 of the Autumn Halloween collaboration hosted by Lisa over at Crafting Diva. As always, all the people taking part will be listed in the description box below. This week I have decided to go with a piece of jewellery. This is a necklace and it's a kit that my sister bought me last year for my birthday or Christmas, I can't remember which. So you get everything you need. It comes in this pretty organza bag. You've got full instructions, but there's also a video on the Bead Spider website, so I shall definitely be taking a look at that because I'd imagine that'll be quite helpful. And what I'll do is I'll sort of dip in and out in the video to show you where I've got to, because obviously in real time this will take far too long. To start with, I've put my bead mat down. It is a little bit worse for wear. I think I probably need to get a new one, but it's perfectly adequate for stopping the beads rolling around. I've just got some empty pots out so I can put the beads in those again to stop them rolling around. I have got the round nose pliers and the chain nose pliers, so they're the flat ones in here. And the beads are Preciosa seed beads, size 10. These are the rainbow pumpkin colour. And we've also got the gorgeous green. So these are the Aurora Crystal, and these are 8mm. The hardest part so far has actually been threading the needle. I tried with my magnifying glass and that didn't help. I think I was just a bit fingers and thumbs, so I've got out my needle threader. This was a gift from a friend which I use for my cross stitch, and it's magnetic, so it will stick on my magnetic sheet which holds my pattern for cross stitch. And you can also see how handy the bead mat is. So I've got my larger bead on there and I'm now threading on the smaller beads, and because they don't roll away anywhere, I can just pick them up on the needle and slide them down the needle without having to worry about them rolling away. So there's the big bead, and then there's 9 of these smaller seed beads. The next stage is to go back up through the larger bead and then through all the smaller beads as well. Okay, so I just did that bit off camera because it was a bit fiddly, but we've just gone basically back through all the beads. I've left a small tail on the end, so it's about 3 or 4 inches I guess, and then I've pulled these ones around, which meant that these all gather around the bead in the middle. What I've done next was I tied a double knot in that thread just to hold that first line of beads on, and then I've just threaded up another 9 beads, and apparently we need to do this 9 times, so I'll come back when I finish that bit. I've got all 9 strands of my seed beads on. Now you could put more on, but then you do obviously lose that sparkle of the bead in the middle, because obviously it would be covered up by all the seed beads. So I have decided to leave it like that, as they've said in the video, and we're now about to put the leaves on. Put 5 beads on to the thread, and then missing the first one and just going through the second bead there. Sorry, the camera does not like the close-up work of this, so you can't really see what's going on. It doesn't like the sparkle of the beads. There we go. So I'm coming through that second bead having missed the top one, and then I'm going to pick up 3 of the green beads, and what I'm going to do with those 3 beads is go down, so miss this centre rung there and go down these 3 on the next one. So I came all the way down all those beads, and now I'm going back up the next row. I'm doing a few at a time because it's too difficult to try and get up all those beads at one time, but it's just so I can get back to the top of the pumpkin, and I'm guessing so I can put the next leaf in. There we go. I just need to take that up a bit because I've left myself quite a long tail on my needle because I didn't want it to come off unthreaded, and then I would have to do it again because it took ages to do it the first time. Right, I have now got 3 little leaves, and I'm going to be honest, something weird happened to this one. I must have twisted the thread, because if you look, I've got my 3 leaves sitting on top, which will spread out once I put the head pin in, but there's something odd going on here with this 3rd leaf. I must have crossed over my threads or went through the wrong beads. You can't really see it on the camera, but yeah, it does look odd. So I've started again, and I'm much happier with this one. Next, I've put in a head pin. Now the head pin is the one with a flat bottom, or a flat sort of top to it. The other ones are the other pins have like a loop on the end. And what I've done is taken one of the head pins and then just picked up a green bead. So I have got a little green bottom and then I've just threaded that through the centre of the pumpkin. And now I've got 3 green beads on the head pin that's come through the top of the pumpkin. The other tool I needed was some cutters, and I've got to cut the top bit off here. So that's like that, and then I'm using the round nose pliers, and these go flush with the top of the wire there, and then we're going to make a loop, and this has never been my strong point, but practice makes perfect, and I'm going just beside the wire. And the trick is to reposition the pliers and twist your wrist. Now actually, if I just squeeze that a little bit, I'm quite impressed with that. I don't think you can see it very well. I've actually done quite well this time. The kit comes with this chain, which is a ball chain. It's not a chain I would normally wear, but it's very delicate, so actually I quite like it. Sometimes they're a bit chunky, and it's actually quite tactile. The closure you get with the kit is this. It's like a little bean. I don't know if you can really see that, but yeah, it's got that opening, and then you just pop the ball in, and as you pull back it tightens up because it's just got a tiny little slit there. But that's perfect. It works for what that is. I just prefer a lobster clasp, so I've dug through my stash, and I've dug out some side closing clots, and some jump rings, and a lobster clasp. So that's how I fastened mine off. And yeah, here it is. I've done about a 16-inch chain, I think. I basically compared it to the one I'm already wearing because I know that I like that length of chain, but obviously there is a lot of chain there, and there's enough stuff to make 6 pumpkins. So obviously you could make a set because you do get the earring wires, so you could make yourself a little pumpkin set. But I'm quite pleased with that. I think it's quite cute. Thank you so much for watching. Please do pop along and take a look at what everyone else has made, and until next time, cheerio.